welcome everybody to what promises to be an exceptionally interesting webinar. Our title today, An Informatics Framework for Translational Research 2.0. We're grateful to Remedy Informatics for sponsoring today's webcast and our two speakers, whom I'll introduce in just a couple of minutes. Let me set the stage first. Tell you why we are here to talk about informatics solutions for what we call translational research. The flow of information from bench to bedside has typically been unidirectional and rather forced, but increasingly data and insights from the clinical realm are informing upstream research activities, just indeed as complex lab and omics data are impacting clinical management for individual patients. I think there's little doubt that translational researchers need a new informatics framework to enable them to translate lab discoveries into clinical practice, what some people are calling Translational Research 2.0. Our two guest speakers today, Chris Asakowitz and Hank Wu, will lay out just that, an informatics framework and new technologies that help break down traditional barriers between sample management, study management, LIMS or lab information management systems, e-notebooks, and clinical registries. It's an approach that should enable researchers to harmonize traditionally separate data sets and disciplines from lab, clinic, and biobanks so they can interrogate data with powerful pattern recognition tools and gain a more holistic view of the biological systems that impact disease. Researchers who adopt this framework will gain a significant advantage, it is suggested, in the push for Translational Research 2.0. And I think some of the themes that we may hear in the detailed presentations and hopefully in your questions that will follow include an ontology-driven platform for harmonizing complex data sets, ways to enable cross-institution collaboration by web-based integrated research management systems, the growing importance of integrating biospecimen, assay, and clinical data, and ways to leverage increasing volumes of complex data and translate it into new products and treatments. So that's a lot of ambitious territory to cover in the next 60 minutes, and we've got two excellent speakers and authorities to lead us in that effort. Chris Asakowitz, who will open proceedings in just a minute, has spent 2 decades in senior IT management at Pfizer and is now currently the professor at the Stevens Institute of Technology in Hoboken, New Jersey. He has done pioneering work in his career at being Big Pharma in knowledge mining, notably as a means of visualizing and synthesizing clinical research findings, as well as enterprise-level application, information, and business process rationalization. Chris also serves as president of IT Strategy and Management Consulting, a consulting firm focused on pharma and healthcare sectors, and it is through that title that he has been engaged lately by Remedy Informatics. He's also the author of a white paper that's going to attract a lot of attention entitled Translational Research 2.0, and if it isn't available right now, it will be available very shortly for download at the Remedy Informatics website. We may get more details of that in the next hour. We're also going to hear from Hank Wu, who is Director of Translational Informatics at Remedy Informatics. He's also based on the East Coast in Maryland. He has experience in bioinformatics software development, database engineering, and developing omics informatics infrastructures. He was previously Director of Operations at the NCI's Frederick National Laboratory for Cancer Research in Frederick, Maryland. And before that, he led adoption, architecture development, and expansion of relational database management systems at the J. Craig Venter Institute in Maryland, and previously was at the Institute for Genomic Research at UC Berkeley, which is also where he has his degrees in electrical engineering and computer science. So both speakers inform me they're going to speak for about